So, how you doing, Rabbi Steven?
Uh, I guess I'm doing okay.
Great. We will talk about it later. So, what would you like to study today?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm open to suggestion.
Okay, that's I love it. So, I will show you what's going on in the group and what we are learning, what we study,
Oh, okay.
and then dynamic. We will share thought. We will see.
All right.
I want to see what happened. So one of the group, I talked to them about the like I start with the method of the method of vessels, meaning that the Maaseh Bereshit.
Mm-hmm.
The Kabbalah, it's divided to two, right?
Yes.
Maaseh Bereshit and Maaseh Merkava.
Yes.
So in one group, we are talking about Maaseh Bereshit, which, as you know, it's about how God created the world, how the world was created. That's Maaseh Bereshit. And the other, we are talking about the method of light, which is mean what is it God, or how God rule the world. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, but that was just to start to develop something with them, because this is not my goal to teach them this way of Kabbalah. You can do a better job than I.
All right.
This is just to show something, to transfer information from the Kabbalah, which is above the Sferot.
Okay.
So from both of them, both of the classes. By the way, we had great classes. For example, Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
we started 7:30. We study until about 3.5 hours.
Wow.
People didn't want to go to leave. Okay, so so from the point of view of the Maaseh Bereshit, so I start to let them a little bit to test about the 32 names, the 32 path of wisdom, and how we get to the 32 path of wisdom, and that's from Sefer Bereshit, Perek Aleph, that says God mentioned there 32 times, right?
Yes.
And then there is the 10 times it says God said.
Yes.
Also, although it said 9 times, but the Bereshit bara, it's your assumption. You assume it's God said. Anyhow, it's the 10 sferot. Okay. So then we say we're going to talk about the 10 sferot. Whether with the group with the Maaseh Merkava, I start with them assumption that they know about the Sferot, Keter, Chochma, Bina, and all the 7, and then the Malchut, okay? All the 6, and the Malchut, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we start to talk about the, we start to learn from the Sefer, the Sha'arei Orah, Rabbi Joseph Jeketilia. Probably you heard about him. He was a student of.
Yes, I'm familiar with Sha'arei Orah.
Okay, great. So he's talking there, as you know, about the names of God.
Yes.
Okay, but I okay. So all the books that are talking about from the which the Sferot, it's above it. It's the Ein Sof, right?
Mm-hmm.
So around all the Sferot there is the Yud Ke Vav Ke. Yud Ke Vav Ke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although the Yud Ke Vav Ke is also on Tiferet, so whatever, they are names. But my goal was to go above the Ein Sof. Okay?
All right.
So the first understanding is to check with everyone how we think how we think the world was created. Okay, I mean, who created who? I mean, if they have other option than God or the Creator. Okay,
All right.
like we are coming from the point of view of there is a Creator.
Yes.
What we call it God, right? Or whatever the name.
Yes.
Kebabke or whatever. After we will talk about it. But so if there is of course if there is a Creator, now the question is, what is that Creator? What is that? What is this God? You want to call it God now? Okay, God. We call it God. And I'm asking you, what is it, God? In your point of view, what do you think?
Personally?
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's sort of impossible to describe God per se, but um, um, I limit the definition when I talk about it to other people as God is the creator of the universe, who out of which the universe is created. But that's about all you can say.
Hold on. You say God is a creator of the universe?
Or is the creator of everything.
Okay. So the question is, if God is the creator of everything, so who created God?
No, that's a ridiculous. That's not a question. That if God is the origin of everything, and is the first cause of everything, there is nothing that creates God, because then it wouldn't be God. Whatever created it would be God.
Right. So when you say so that's exactly the um, you, okay. So first, we need to understand that we are open to ask any question.
Yeah.
We must, because we are not limited our brain.
Right.
For example, we don't most rabbis, Kabbalah, whatever you ask them, they don't want you to ask what's going up above the Ein Sof. They are
Right.
talking from the Ein Sof down.
Right.
But I'm not talking about this. I'm talking above. Now we are going above this. So we need to be open to go up. So nothing is ridiculous to ask. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no ridiculous things. We are asking, what is it, God? Okay, so you say God, according to you, is create everything, right?
Yes.
Exactly. but the question is, it's so I don't want to too much to. You're probably talking on the same things, but let's be on the same page, okay?
All right.
So we are talking. There was there was there was a light, right? There is a light.
Yes.
That's what we refer in usually when we say light. Now we are talking because this is also the study. It's about the light, right?
Yeah.
So the question is, what is it light? When you say light, what do you mean?
Well, the way I understand it, looking at it from the tree, that I don't know. It's very hard for me to discuss. That light in a sense on one level is um, wait a minute. I got to find a way to say this.
Okay,
That,
let's walk together.
yeah, that the way I look at it, light as we understand it, or light that we tend to experience, doesn't actually show up until Chesed. That the Keter Chochmah Binah, which is the unity of the whole tree, really is light also, but the Kabbalists keep referring it to as hidden light or concealed light or light that's not visible. And I think that's absolutely correct. But I don't know that there's a way to define that to light in those terms. It's like at the level of Chesed, you have light that's already.
Okay, but where it came from?
Well, I equate the light at Chochmah at Keter Chochmah and Binah as that God's thought, God's will, God's determination to create the world.
Okay, but where the light came from?
That's where the light came from.
Hold on. So the light came from the Gimel Rishonot, Chochmah Bin, Keter Chochmah Bina?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So now we are going high. We need to go up. Okay. Let's go. Let's try to think more in a different way. Okay. So okay, let's go with you for a second. So I tell you, I mean, let's think if this is what also they mention in the Kabbalah, and then we say. So the Kabbalah said they said there is a light, right? There is a light. What it's called it Ein Sof. That's the Ein Sof.
Yeah.
That's the light. After we will talk about where it came from. Okay.
Well, there's another way to look at it. That the Kabbalists also talk about Chochmah as being Ein Sof Or.
Okay, leave it now. But let's go. Let's follow for a second. I want to take you somewhere.
Oh, all right. I'll listen then.
Right. So as from the you know even better than I from the, for example, or the Sefer or the whatever they talking about, how the Ari or everyone talking about how the world was created, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
So they are talking about there was a light. There is a light. Okay.
Yeah.
After we will talk about the light. This light they call it Ein Sof, infinity. Now, and in this Ein Sof, God create the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they say how God created the world, and His Ein Sof of light, He picked a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all light. There is no room. There is no place to create the world.
Right.
And He tzimtzem, that's what it's called, tzimtzem et atzmo.
Yep.
To the same side, it's the R. Okay, whatever. Tzimtzem et atzmo, from the same nekuda, the same point. this point, let's call this point, and create halal, space,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So, by the way, Rabbi, just let you know, or if you have something, you tell me. They don't talk about how they don't talk about how the tzimtzem, how does it happen here? I mean, what is it tzimtzem? How does it happen to this? It's all a question. How does it happen? To just let you to know, okay, this is what happened.
Right.
Okay, they don't. If you ask question, they are get angry. You don't ask question about God, about these things. Okay, whatever. So just let you know, there are many things that are not so clear. But this is not our point. I just want to make a point here. So we know God make a space in his all light. So now we have inside here, we have a space, which outside it's still there is all the light, right?
Yes.
And inside it's space. It's almost empty. Only reshimo.
Right.
It's almost nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Until here we agree. That's good. Now, so what they are saying, from some point here, let's assume here, okay, the light get in and create the first sphere.
Right.
Keter. Okay? Right?
All right. Yeah.
And then you move because it was too much light, and the Keter couldn't handle all of this, so let's go another one and get Chochma, and then go down. That's what it's called Adam Kadmon. This line, the Yashar, the line, and then another sphera and go down, and another sphera until get to the Malchut.
Okay.
Okay, that's in short. So, did you hear about the Olam HaAkudim and Olam HaNekudim and Avrudim?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying I want to talk to you about the Olam HaAkudim. Olam HaAkudim, it's above here.
All right.
Okay, Olam HaNekudim, it's the Keter. Olam Avrudim, it's the Chochma.
Okay.
So when they said there is Olam HaAkudim with Ain, it means something happened even before it started to create this sphere. Something happened even before. Okay? But it doesn't matter for now. You can we can study this too. Okay?
All right.
Okay. But what I want you to know for now, to agree, tell me if you agree. So the light is not come from the Keter, Chochma, or Bina, as you said. The light is from outside, from the Ein Sof.
Okay.
Right? Well, because the light is around. This is all light.
Okay.
This is all light around. Okay,
yeah.
I just need this place. I don't want to draw too much because I need the space here. But that's the point, right? So the light doesn't come from the Keter.
Well,
the Keter received the light.
That's if you're going by Luria's concept, yes. If you go by the older Kabbalah, that works differently. But I'm fine going this way.
I can listen to the other way because where I'm going to, it even doesn't matter much.
Well, eventually that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because I want to go somewhere. So after, if you want, we can go to hear about the other options, which is, remember, I'm trying to make fast what we did two classes, so I'm just trying to summarize fast.
Right.
And
yeah.
Okay, and remember, it's a theory. Even the Kabbalah, it's a theory.
Yes.
Like every theory. they think their theory is their theory. Now we're going to look for it. It doesn't matter. It's a theory. You can check it if it's good, if you have fact. Okay, if you don't believe it, whatever. It's not about belief anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's a theory.
Right.
Okay. So now let's see what happened. So now I want to go up from here. I want to talk to you. I want to the discussion. It's not even here, but assuming that's called nekudat hamaktzeh. But the point is, as I explained in the classes, I don't want to get into we can talk hours about this sferot. I want to go up.
All right.
So what is up from the sferot? We say there is the light.
Okay.
Okay. So, and now we are going again to the question as we start about the light. So the light, I'm asking you, it's a question. The light, although it's a light, and they refer it to Yud Kei Vav Kei, it was created. Do you agree?
Okay.
Okay. If you agree the light, it was created, meaning there was something above it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they call it atzmuto.
Ah, okay.
Now, if you hear what I'm going to say from here, because atzmuto you hear that, but if you know some books or something, let me know, because there are not books, there's no information about what we are going to talk now.
Okay.
Okay, so be prepared. So that's what they call atzmuto, we said. Okay, atzmuto itbarach. Usually they refer it to atzmuto itbarach.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what's going on here in atzmuto itbarach? Now, before that, I want to go back to the light. We are both agree the light, it's an allegory. It's not really light, right? It's not the light of from the electricity from the lamp or from the sun.
No, it's not.
It's just a word we are using because it's something metaphysical. It's the most metaphysical that we can think of. So, by the way, before they used to use the word water.
Ah.
In some Kabbalah books, they're using water.
Okay. Okay.
But then it became more and more popular to talk about the light because the light is more metaphysical than water.
Yeah, and
Butter, it's this, it's whatever. It's better to use the word light than water, for example, but or air or something. But it doesn't matter. The point is we understand the light is not the light what we are thinking. The light is something.
Yeah.
It's for sure it's something because also the word of Ein Sof, it's a something. It's a because he has, although it's called Ein Sof, Ein Sof or Ein or but himself Sof, it's a creator, as we agree. It's a creation.
Yes.
It's a creation. There's no question about it. So these things, whatever it is, the light, whatever it is, where it came from what they call atzmuto. Now, what is it atzmuto? Atzmuto, no one knows, but they call it, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Until here we're good. It is what it is. After I will keep writing here, but I want to keep going. So we every time if we go up from the light, we say, okay, if there is the light, so someone created the light. If we go to atzmuto, so you're going to say, okay, so who created the atzmuto? And who created the atzmuto, you go higher to who created the atzmuto of the atzmuto. But let's stop in the atzmuto, and we decided we can't even say anything because whatever you said, you can't say. about Atzmuto. But because we don't have word and we want to learn and we agree between us, when we say Atzmuto, we need to understand its exist and not exist at the same time.
Right.
Do you know this concept?
Yes.
What do you know about this concept?
Well, I use it in a different context, but the earlier Kabbalah, or what I call classical Kabbalah, refers to what's beyond the Ein Sof is the ayin. Is the ayin, and that the ayin, in order to create, goes through a process of sort of undulating between not existing at all and then creating existence. It's like a pulsation.
Okay, so you're saying you mean to the concept of God create the world from nothing to something, right? From nothing.
Yeah, and that it's a continual process. It's continually going on up and back.
Yeah, but I just want to be clear what you're saying, so I want to understand you.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you're talking about from yesh me'ain, right?
Right.
But I'm not talking about yesh me'ain.
Okay.
I'm talking about yesh me'ain, meaning that exist and not exist at the same time, simultaneously.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying much the same thing.
Okay, tell me more about it, because that's what I want to learn.
Okay. Don't want to get complex about it, but the way I understand it, that if you're dealing with yesh me'ayin, that the source of the yesh, the source of existence, is the ayin. So you have the ayin. The ayin I translate as non-existence. That's something that's beyond anything we'll ever experience. But that out of the non-existence, God is continually creating existence. It's like it's like existence is the manifestation or what emanates or comes out of nothing, and that God is constantly doing that process, sort of like blinking your eye. 1 minute it's closed and there's nothing, and 1 minute you're seeing something because it's open. It's a continual process. That I don't believe God created the universe and then just walked away. That God's continually creating the universe, and that existence itself comes from the ayin, from however you want to translate it. I call it non-existence, and it's that's something that's going on a level that's beyond creation altogether.
Yeah.
Period. So that's about the clearest way I can express it.
Right, but if I understand you right, you're talking about God created the world from ayin, from nothing.
Right.
From nothing, He makes something.
Yes.
Right. You're right. I mean, we understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go above it. I'm saying yesh ve'en at the same time.
Okay.
Can you think about it?
Yeah. Well, if it from sort of from God's perspective, it would be simultaneous. From
Right.
our perspective, it would be up and back.
Right, but right, great. But can can you think about it? Can you feel it?
Feel it, yes. Think about it, I don't know. But I can get a very strong sense, yes.
You mean, okay, you mean you can understand that, but you can't feel it. Right. Okay. Which feeling and understanding usually is going together, but you say you understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to talk about, or that's actually the key to what I'm trying to do or discuss, or what I'm teaching.
Oh.
Not teaching, or trying to study together.
Mm-hmm.
To live a life with understanding or feeling that everything is exist and not exist at the same time.
Yes.
And this is what it is. This is Atzmuto. This is actually the high level, above even to create something from something.
Right.
Because it's the same time. Like for example, you see something, you see a car. The question if you can feel or understand that it exists or not exist at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
So my point is to bring this thought and to explain that and to bring it down to people. That's what it's called Shekhinah. Why Shekhinah? Why Shekhinah? Because we are now going up to the light, which this is the light, whatever it is, okay? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And now we want to take, let's call it light because we don't have other words. That's why we are using light of God. And now we want to take this light down to earth. Okay?
Yeah.
So how are we going to do it? We need to think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
First to understand that, and then to perform it. How to live a life accordingly. I give you an example, Rabbi.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. For example, and I mean, not from this, after we're going back to this, but about the let's call it a formula, okay, or a key, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it the key. That's the key, or formula. You know what? It's a formula.
Okay.
It's a new formula. Okay. So I give you an example from other from Kabbalah study. What's going on here? If you go to study Kabbalah, if you study Kabbalah or you know Kabbalah, and whatever center you study, they teach you. So they teach you from here, from the Sferot down.
Right.
And they talk to you about the whatever, the Keter, that you can spend all your time here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the formula they are using here, for example, one of the formula they are using about how to work on ego.
Oh.
Right? Or they give another formula, they say in unconditional love.
Okay.
You know, and then you need to, because they take it from here. For example, unconditional love, they say this is in the Keter, and Yud Ke Vav Ke, or in the Ein Sof, Yud Kevavke, there is no, he's all about good. He's all about good. Therefore, he loves you without condition. Therefore, you need to take what is God, what he is in his character, you need to bring it down to you, to yourself. So if you bring the light, what he is, for example, God, Yud Kevavke, you bring it to you, that's the Shekhinah, because the light sitting in your head. And if it's sitting in your head, and you understand that, so you are behave or act accordingly.
Okay, yeah.
There is a difference from people if they are acting or behaving according to the unconditional love. Then people they're all about ego.
Yeah.
Right. So this is their formula. So all the Kabbalah centers, when they talk about whatever they are teaching, whatever they want to change your life, this is their formula. That's the formula. And then they are working on you how to change your ego, if to change your ego, how much ego you need to know, how to, for example, they have another thing. It's called to receive, to give something, to influence, something like this.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that in English so good, but it's לקבל על מנת לתת, על מנת להשפיע.
Yeah, okay.
Did you hear that, right?
Yep.
All these are formula. So if you know how to, or for example, there is the old formula from Rabbi Akiva about the ואהבת את רעך כמוך.
Yeah.
Right? Love your neighbors as your friends as you love yourself, right?
Right.
It's a formula. Now you need to learn how to perform it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is come from here, from the Keter down.
Yeah.
All this formula. And I'm saying they are above it. Because we are going above the light to it is what it is. We don't know what is it. But what they're talking about, if you after you can read it, also Rabbi Nachman talk about it. But it's again, it's really, 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 it's a really, really, really secret of the secret. Because there is a after we will talk, there is a problem with this in the way of how it's influence on people. Because after we will see the application, so it's people can. This is actually the story about the Pardes.
Oh, all right.
The Pardes, they didn't go to here or to the Yud Kevavke to the Ein Sof. The real story about the Pardes, it's above.
Mm-hmm.
To here.
Yeah.
To exist and not exist at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the soul. Why, by the way? Because we actually, if you think about it, we can't even think about it.
Right. That's true.
Trying to think about it, you can. But you want to be like, if you want to understand God, what it is, so you get to the conclusion, this is the only option now you have, which is exist and not exist at the same time. We cannot do it, maybe. Now that's exactly all what we are doing here. So it doesn't mean we can't do it. And now I'm going to explain. By the way, that's what they call, this is the Messiah. Why? Because if you change the people's mind, right?
Yeah.
The world are different.
Oh, yes.
Because you bring the light, the top of the light, the top of the top.
Yeah.
You bring it down. So you change the life of the world. And that's the beginning of actually the Messiah.
Yeah.
Because you bring something, even your brain cannot even think about it.
Right.
But you know, we're going to talk how do you know, because we're going to see how it's applied and everything. But it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
It's an option. Now, our goal is to of course first to understand that, and second to practice it, to start to feel it, to understand that, feel it, and live like this. Okay.
All right.
Now, so by the way, so I start to say about as you know, the story about the Pardes. So they didn't go to the Keter. Okay, the Keter is okay. It's a Keter. Okay, whatever it is, this is not the top. The top is here, Atzmuto. That's what they call it, Atzmuto. As you know, you hear about it.
Yeah.
But you need to understand what they mean.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean. It means that it is what it is, but it's exist and not exist at the same time.
Right.
It's a difference between Yesh Me'ayin.
Well, to me, it's where the Yesh Me'ayin comes from. Uh-oh. I think we lost.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Give me
Sorry,
more.
I thought we lost the connection. Well, Yesh Me'ayin is a process. It's nothing creating nothingness creating everything, which is a process. When you're talking about existence and non-existence, or the Yesh and the Ayin happening at the same time or being the same thing, that would be that we're talking about the same thing, but Yesh, the Ayin and the Yesh being the same thing is the same thing. And out of that comes the process of the Yesh distinguishing itself from the Ayin. I see it as the next. I think the Yesh Me'ayin is the second step.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can accept that. I can accept that Yesh Me'ayin is the second. But above that, it exists and not exist at the same time.
Right.
Yesh and ve'en.
Yeah.
באותו הזמן. Because there's no time. Remember.
Right.
If we go up, there's no time. Once you go here, there's no time.
Right.
Okay? Everything is one.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So of course, Rabbi, we can talk about the Sferot, how the Sferot was created, and blah 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 blah. But let's put the things. Let's put the things in on the. Let's put it without let's say game. Let's say the truth. The truth is, first, it doesn't matter. And after I'm going to explain and give example. And it's you know what? I don't want to. Let's call it. You know what? This is for stupid people. Let's put it like this. Let's put it. And I give you an example.
Okay.
You know, people asking me from time to time. About the mitzvah, let's assume. Okay, about the mitzvah.
Mm-hmm.
For example, why do you need to keep a Shabbat? Okay.
Okay.
So it's so my answer is it depends about the question the person who asks.
Yes.
If the person who's smart He's not even asking the question.
Yeah.
If the person is a little bit lower level, you tell them, because that's what it says in the Torah.
Right.
And if the person is more stupid than this, you need to go now to explain to him from the Gemara what they say about the Shabbat and why and blah, blah, blah. There are a million books. But all these books is for stupid.
Yeah.
You know, also Nachman and Rabbi Nachman say that they are stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So all this ferot, it's for stupid. Why? To come and explain this, exist and not exist at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, listen, let's not spend time on this. Let's go right to the point.
Yeah.
Why I need to? Because what is your point? People coming to study Kabbalah. Why? You tell me. You want to study Kabbalah for what?
Well, most people that come to study Kabbalah, at least that I've experienced, are trying to raise their consciousness or improve themselves, or if they're really, they're developed, they're looking to find a stronger connection to themselves and to God.
Exactly. So why to study all the, all this sferot, if your goal it's actually to connect to the truth? Because everyone looking for the truth.
Yeah.
If you know the truth, it helps you in your life.
Oh yes.
So, for example, I have people in the class. They say, "What? But listen, why they like it? Because they say, listen, I'm too old. I can't. How can I study all the now Kabbalah and all the Sferot and all these things? I can. I'm frustrated in the beginning just to think about it, and I don't know how much I can live. I can't finish all the Kabbalah, and I'm not going to. People study years and they don't get to this level that we are going to talk now.
Yeah.
So they like it because it's it's right to the point.
Yeah. Okay,
it's not the point. Now, if people don't understand that, you can give them from explanation from the Torah here, the pasuk from here, pasuk from there, a little bit from from the Gemara say, he say, who say, but it doesn't matter. What it matters is what your brain telling you.
Yes.
Are you understand or you don't understand?
That's right.
Okay, that's the goal. Now because you also give consulting and everything, right? To
yes.
people, trying to help them, right?
Yes.
So for example, I had someone, and I want to see how you analyze it, and we're going to analyze it together. But before we go there, until here, did you understand? Do you want to repeat? You have question? I want you to repeat actually. I want we will be in the same level. As I'm understanding you, I want you to understand before we keep going, because this is people usually saying yes, yes, and they don't really understand.
Oh, well, all right.
And I want to be, because this is the basics. From here, now we are starting to go to application, so it's we can go to application, and I'm going to tell you also there is a problem with this. But first, I want you, excuse me about it, but let's see we understand each other.
All right.
Okay. So what do we understand until now?
Well, I can recap what you're telling me. Excuse me. What you're basically saying is that if we go up from creation upward, then we end up going through the Sefirot. But that beyond the Sefirot is for God's light. Whatever whatever entered the Halal and became the Sefirot emanates or comes from the whole field of light around all the Sefirot and the structure.
Right.
and that the light itself is the light itself is created by or emanates from
Right.
the mode, which is which and um, the entire that the entire process of creating all the sefirot is existence creating different levels, but the existence itself is part of non-existence, which are happening at the same time.
Right. Thanks. Great. Great. Yeah. Which we don't know what is it, but that's what we call it. It is what it is because our brain
Yeah.
cannot it thinks like we think like a baby.
Yeah.
We are like a baby now.
Yeah.
The baby cannot understand algebra.
No.
Right? So we are the same. We cannot understand what is it exist and not exist at the same time.
Right.
We understand the world,
Yeah.
but to go to the point of to feel it and to apply it's kind of possible. People think you are maybe crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now let's take a case and see how we. You know what? Maybe before the case, let's think about. You know what? Why to bother? Why to bother you? Not bother. Let's take a case. So I don't need to. Okay. So, for example, a lady, whatever, someone, and she come and she make a phone call to the client. She say, listen, I have a problem. Okay, what is the problem? I have a problem in my family. They fight with each other. Blah blah blah. Okay. So what? I'm asking. So what? So she said. So I feel sad. Why do you feel sad? Because what happened there, whatever. Okay. So okay. I understand you feel sad. Okay, but what do you want to do? I want to help them. Okay. So the first question you raise is, she feels sad. Now, I want to ask you, how do you analyze a situation like this to help to this girl?
Okay. Well, my personal approach is to ask her to give me an example of what's happening in her family, something that's happening in her family that's making her sad, or that she's sad about. Because from my standpoint, telling me she's sad is only telling me that she's sad. It doesn't give me any indication of what's producing the sadness. So the sadness can have any number of different reasons for it.
Right.
And by exploring that, I can the reasons. Then I can work with the person in trying to find out what the root actually is.
Okay, so now we're going to talk in another option, a different approach.
Okay.
And the question now, before I'm going to, the question if you can apply this case on our new formula.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, then a more direct, using this model, the direct approach would be to let me see. Mm. Well, 1 second. Is sort of to oh
Okay,
well
that's good. That's good. That's okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now,
Okay, I'm just trying to find a way of expressing what I'm thinking about. That
okay,
to
let's do it
use,
together.
all right. Well, to use this particular model, then I would assume that um, picturing her sadness as the problem that she's dealing with, I don't necessarily have to find out about the direct causes. I just have to find a way to get her to connect it to. It's sort of like, I don't know, that what's existing is the problem. What's
Right.
also existing is the non-existence of the problem.
Right, good. Continue.
And the question is how to get her to move from focusing on the problem to focusing on the non-existence of the problem.
Right, good. I love you. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, how are you going to do it?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Okay,
Great job, Robert. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
So let me repeat what you said. That's great. Okay, so as you saw also from the way that I also represent the case, the fact of the case, I didn't get to what was the cause of sad. As you said, it's not really relevant.
Mm-hmm.
According to our new formula we are talking about now.
Right.
Give other formulas that you know. According to this, also you said it doesn't matter what makes her sad. The fact she sad.
Right.
Therefore, I didn't even get in to the question what makes you sad or what. It doesn't matter. Once she said, it's over. If not, you asking how do you feel?
Mm.
Right? She tell you. And after I give you other cases, even from today, and see how does it work again and again. So, okay. So, and then, like you said, she's living in this world
Mm-hmm.
of sadness.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So now the question is how to take her out from this sadness, right? And that's you stop here. So the way is to tell her, listen, there are other options than said.
Mm. Yeah.
So the question is if there are other options. That's the first step.
Oh, okay.
Why? So, okay, for a second, why, and then we will continue here. So, some people, most of the people, just don't even see another options.
Right.
They are stuck with this. They say, no, it's like absolute.
Yeah.
And then I'm telling them, okay, hold on, okay. So you see, and you need to be very talented because they like to talk, but you need to catch them. Even in the first word, it's no need more than this.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they don't see options. Because whatever, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. The question if you seek more options than said, so they usually said no. So I usually give them an option. I give them an example of a wall. Wall, W-A-L, wall.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying, can you cross the wall? She said no, or everyone said no. But can you think as an option that you can do it? As an option. So usually they say yes. Even what in a 0.000 something option.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that they start to understand there are other options from sad.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's take between us. What other option then said? What is the other option of said?
In terms of a relationship to her family?
Doesn't matter.
Well, okay. Well, let's see, different options would be understanding,
Okay, so usually there is a sad and the opposite non-sad
yeah,
and whatever between.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
So if someone says sad, you say there are other options not to be sad.
Yeah.
Some people can tell you, no, I have other option. I had someone she cannot accept not sad. She have other things. Okay, it doesn't matter. The fact is there are more options.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now if there is enough another option, you don't need, although there is no end of option between said to not said.
Yeah.
No end. That's why it's end sof.
Yeah.
There is no end between them. You can put whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. The point is there are two. And if there are more than two, it's enough, another one. So you have two, right?
Okay.
So if they have two, it must be something above the two.
Oh, okay.
Or above the whole option. Doesn't matter. If you have two, so kal vachomer on million or three.
Yeah.
It's enough if you have, for example, on the truth, emet, you don't have other options. You have only one.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's not plural even.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only truth or not truth. Truth or not truth. It's not even not truth.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so if there are two options at least, there are something above them that accumulate both of them, which this is the one.
Yeah. Yes.
So from this one, we are getting to here, this one. So what is that one said? That's one, when you understand which both of them said and not said, it's actually come from the same roots, it's the same one. So meaning that there is no difference between them. Therefore, they are not exist.
Ah. Well, or they exist simultaneously.
What exists? The said and not said?
Yeah.
No, they are not. Why simultaneously? If the something it's one, so it's not exist.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
You have no question. If the something is not when you have a question, when you have more than two options. For example, there is no computers, so there's no problem. They are not exist.
Right.
There was no exist of sad. So before there was because sad is also creation.
Yeah.
Right. So if they are getting into one, and they are the same one, so there is no question at all.
Right. Yeah.
They are not exist.
Right.
It's not exist. So if we go if we go continue with our case, so you get to the point to let them to understand, which actually after they understand there are other options, which mean that's, but they are both of them, it's one, which means they are not exist. And that's they are choosing the set, it's just a chosen, just what this is their life. This is how they live their life. It's not even chosen, because chosen it's also you choose or not to choose. Therefore, there is no even chosen. Even the chosen is not exist. But
right.
let's assume you said you need to talk with them, right? So you say, okay, to let them understand. You said, listen, but you live in this set because you chose to live in this. You chose this option. Although there are other options,
Yeah.
you choose this. And I'm not telling you to go and choose the other one, because there is a lot of, by the way, as you know, there are other practice that telling you don't choose the bad things, choose the good things.
Right.
No, but I'm saying no, there is something above it.
Yes.
I'm saying go up. Don't
Yeah.
choose the other side. I'm saying you listen. If there are two, for sure there is something above it. And if there is something above it, it's one. And if it's one, there are meanings that not even exist. You choose to be exist. You are living the life of the existing of self.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. Okay. So, and then, remember, she said she wants to help them. Right? Because I asked her what you said.
Yes.
She said because I want to help. I want to help them. Because otherwise, what do you care?
Yeah.
But that's what she cares. She cares about that. She want to help. I mean, it make her sad. What make her sad? By the way, it's not the situation, what's going on. Also, it's all together. But it's more in the end what it's make her. And that's take a second, Rabbi, to get to this point. To this, it's a second to get to this fact that you need. That's the truth fact. So she said because she cannot help him, because I told her, what do you care? So she said because she cannot help.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you bring it down again. After we understand, we go up to the one, which is not now there's no exist. Now we're going back down to application. This is we talk about the you can think about the three sferot, the Gimel Rishonot, Chokmah, Bina. Okay, you get to the one, to the Keter. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now we are going down. We bring now the light that we received from the Keter, we bring it down. Okay. And now you explain, listen, how you can help to someone when you are by yourself sad, and probably they are sad too, and they are in the bad situation. How can you come and help to help them if you are by yourself in the bad situation?
Yeah.
If at least you come to me and say, listen, I'm happy from this situation, at least that's the minimum,
Yeah.
And now I'm happy and I'm coming to help. That's okay. You wouldn't even come to me.
Yeah.
But why you come? Because you are sad. And you want to help. You can help if you're sad.
No, you can't.
So therefore, if now you understand actually sad and not sad, it's the same thing and they not exist. So now, after you know this, now you can go and help. Now you're going to do what you want to do. This is exist and not exist at the same time.
Uh,
Because in one hand, the situation it still exists,
yes,
meaning that they are still fighting in home,
right.
but it's not exist. Your feelings about that it's said or not said, that you said, it's not exist. Now you need to come when you are clean. There is nothing is exist. And now you're going to the situation, to the fact, and now you can help, do what you want.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now let's give us another or something from your life, something from your practice, a case, and let's see how we are going to analyze it.
Okay, give me a moment to think. Um,
Someone come to you to the practice, even
yeah.
let's say, and say, hi, Rabbi, listen, I have a problem.
Okay. Well, a case that happened recently was a gentleman who came to me who was he's in his mid 50s, I think, and he was basically um, sorry, he was sort of torn because he didn't feel that he was capable of intimacy, and he also felt that he didn't have much time left. So he was in sort of a very perplexed state. He wasn't sure that he was capable of being intimate with anyone, and yet he felt that he didn't want to die and not have experienced intimacy.
Okay.
So that was a recent case.
Okay, great case. Now, so now trying to, okay, so now I'm going to take the role of the patient.
Oh, the role. Okay.
Okay, and now you help me analyze it according to our new formula. Okay, so hi Rabbi, I have a problem. You see, I'm 15. I'm not feeling so good. I feel I'm going to die, and I didn't have any sexual relationship, or I don't feel like anyone, girls don't like me, love me, women. I feel like I'm going to live this life without to feel this feeling. And whatever. So what you going to say? What you going to do? What you can help me?
Okay. It's going to take me a minute to adapt to this approach. Um, uh, um, um, okay.
Okay. Do you have do you have a pen somewhere?
Yeah, I do.
And a page. Right.
Yeah.
Let's write the steps.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
So here I am. I'm coming. You need first to go to the truth of the problem.
Okay.
You need to understand what he feels.
Yeah.
So how he feels? I'm asking you.
Oh, well,
How do you feel?
how does the client feel?
Yeah.
Well, there's got. I'm dealing in a case like that. I'm dealing with several different emotions. He's on one hand he's very depressed or despondent. On another level, um, uh, uh, he feels hopeless. He feels hopeless, and it probably also feels anxious or afraid because he's convinced this could go on, and he doesn't have much longer to solve the problem.
Right. But the bottom line, he doesn't feel good.
No, he doesn't.
All right? He feels bad.
Yes.
You see, it's the same situation always.
Ah.
It doesn't matter what is there because there are million options. There are no end.
Yeah.
To the other side. There is the other side, right? To the bad side, and there is good.
Yeah.
That's all we have. Good and bad. So everyone going to express that in a different way.
Yeah.
Someone going to say, oh, yeah, I'm not, it depends by the way, about his talent. You know, if he doesn't finish school, he's going to say, I feel bad.
Yeah.
That's the easy one. If they are talent, they are having so much hiding from themselves, klipot, they're going to bullshit you.
Yes.
And it's good. You bullshit them. You take the money as much as you can because they bullshit you. They are not easy.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Listen,
Yeah.
they are all stubborn.
Oh yes.
You know, so okay, if you're not going to, okay, you're stubborn, you don't understand. It's going to take you time. With the money, you're going to understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, are you going to understand it fast or not? It depends on you. It's you decide. In any event, you need to get to the point, at least in your brain, in your head, as a therapist, that he feels bad. You're trying to get it from at the end, from his word, you can tell him. So in general, you don't feel good, right? You feel bad. He's probably going to say yes. Some of them can be, no, it's not I feel bad. I just don't feel, I feel depressed. I feel, okay, you want to stay with depressed, it's the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To analyze it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's assume you have a depressed guy. Now go talk with depressed. He doesn't want to accept that actually he feels bad.
Okay.
Let's assume. Okay. Now what are the other? So now what are you going to do from here?
Well, okay. So if he's agreed, he feels depressed. This is a tricky thing. Well, if I handle this simply, I would ask him then, can he conceive of what it would feel like if there were no depression?
No. Be more. It's simple. Ask him if there is other options.
Oh. Oh, okay.
That's what you want to know. If he can see other option or not.
Oh, okay.
If you want to spend the time with him and blah, 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 but I'm going to show you after a different, don't worry about this. You go to the point, you go what you need to do.
Oh, okay.
we are not trying now to, I'm not trying to, I don't care about the business point of view, okay? That's not matter at all. Okay? We are just joking, but it's not about, we don't even go there. I'm just make a joke, but I don't want the joke feel like it's, that's what I mean, which is, I'm not go there at all. So,
right.
yeah, I mean, I want you, it's just because it's simple, and then I will show you where is the real work to do, because here it's not really the work to do. Okay, this is a basic analyzing, which is simple. So the first you get to the point, what's the problem, right? What's the problem and how you feel, right? So, okay, he feels depressed. Doesn't matter, it's the other side. The bad. Mm-hmm. That's what he feels. Now the other question, the second question you need to ask is if he can see other options. If he can feel or if he thinks there are other options.
Okay.
Okay, and now what you going to go from here?
Let me see.
Let's assume, okay, it's me. I'm the patient. Okay, I'm the actually. You ask me about. I'm telling you, okay, Rabbi, I feel depressed. Okay, blah blah blah. Now what you ask me? You ask me. Okay, I understand you feel depressed. Do you see another options about depression? I'm telling you no. Mm-hmm. I feel depressed. What option? I can't. What option? What? I feel only depressed. I just depressed. What you gonna tell me now?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, my instinct is to ask if he remembers any point in time that he wasn't depressed, where the depression didn't exist.
That's a way. But talk to his to the logical of the people, to the brain. Of course, if you see they don't understand, but it doesn't make sense. They don't see options. So you can help them. You don't see options. You can feel like you are not depressed. Mm. So you don't feel other. There is only this option.
Yeah.
Can you think? You cannot think about other option.
Yeah.
Not leave about your case in general.
Yeah.
There is depression. Okay. There's no other options.
Yeah.
So of course, if you want to fight with you about what it's called clipot, or Freud, or actually the guy after Freud make a career about the clipot. They call it defense in psychology. Mm-hmm. So okay. So if it stays, we said if it's taking whatever it's taking, but it doesn't matter, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes him to understand there are other options.
Yeah.
But you need to understand, you need to focus that he need to understand there are other options. Mm-hmm. That's what you need to get to let him to understand. That's the second step.
Okay.
If there are other options. Okay. And now if he said, okay, so it's me. So I'm saying yes. Now I'm the patient. So I say, okay, you convince me. I say yes. I see other options. Okay, if I depressed, I can see there is other option, not to be depressed. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now what you going to say? Depressed versus not depressed.
Oh. Okay.
What the next step after that?
I'm thinking about that.
Okay, so you need to remember always when there are two options at least,
Mm-hmm.
there must be something above it. So your goal, you need to explain now. You need to explain if there is depressed, not depressed. There are two options. You need to explain now. It means there is something above it.
Okay.
And that something above it is one because they are coming from the same roots.
Yeah.
The depressed and not depressed come from the same place. For example, they understand, let's say, God or whatever they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Or just the head. You don't need even to use the name God, but some people understand God.
Yeah.
So whatever people with their terminology. So now it's your job to explain that if there are two options, it means they are coming from the same roots. And if they are coming from the same roots, it means it's the same one. And if they are one, it means it's not even exist. But you chose, not even chose, you actually live the life of depressed.
Yeah.
That's your reality. This is your life.
Yeah.
And you know, and if you hear me, I'm also trying to avoid the word choose.
Yeah.
You understand why?
In a way, let me see. Because if they're stuck in an emotion, they're living in the emotion, and
No, not because of this.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Okay, every time, Rabbi, every time it's the same formula. Everything is the same formula. If you said you choose something, you assume there is also other option for choosing. For example, not to choose.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have two options. At least it's enough to understand that to decide and not to decide, it came from the same roots.
Yeah.
Therefore, they are one. And if
Right.
they are one, they actually not exist. So the right words to say that you are live a life of depression, of bad.
Yeah.
This is your life. Do you want to change it? If you want to change it, you need to understand it's not actually exist. It does, but so it exists and not exist at the same time, meaning that now you understand there are other options. You understand there actually is one. You understand they are not exist. Actually, the depression. Now you can live a life, your life, whatever you are doing, from understanding that it not exist.
Mm.
Now go live a life and come to me next time tomorrow to see what happened. And then you need to walk with him again about this, because it's not so simple to live a life according to the exist and not exist simultaneously.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to take you a lot of time to let him to understand what that means. So you need to explain. But it's everything. It's supposed to be very simple, like you understand. It's supposed to be simple with everyone. So tell me now in general, what do you think? Specific. How do you feel? How do you feel with this? With all this theory?
Well, I like the approach. It will, in order for me to be able to work with it, it's going to take me a little while to sit with it, because there are one or two things I need to focus a little more on. If you're dealing with sadness and non-sadness as existing simultaneously, then on one hand, you're right and that you do have to get the point across that the reality of something existing and non-existing at the same time means that whatever it is that you're experiencing is coming from nothing, is coming from a place of non-existence. So yeah, I feel just personally I need to find a couple of different ways to express that to people at different levels of understanding. But I like the idea. The idea is clear.
Okay. So now I want to give you another case, and I want to see how do you think. Someone comes, she said, "Oh, I'm coming to you. I'm telling you, hey, Rabbi, I need to go every time to. I have a daughter in jail, and I need every time to go to jail and so on." What usually? Ask me how usually you approach a client. How do you start? What do you say?
Normally how I work?
Yeah, talk to me like I'm a patient.
Oh, okay. Well, the first thing I ask is a little background information. Why is your daughter in jail? How long has she been in jail? And then I ask, what are you experiencing? What is it? What is,
Okay, my daughter, she's in jail because she has a drugs. What was the? She went to. She has some drugs. They cut how she was with a friend, and they have party, whatever. What's the other question?
Well, in that case, then my next question would then be: is she a regular drug user, or was this just one time?
I think she was. I didn't know, but probably now it looked like she was do that for a long time.
Oh, okay. So, how do you feel about how do you feel about your daughter at the present time? What do you generally feel about your daughter?
Right. I don't feel good. I feel she's suffering. It's not good for her to be in jail. She's crying. She suffered. My daughter, she's really suffered. She's like she can't do it. She's talking even about maybe to kill herself. I don't know if she can make it.
Oh, okay. So, what are you feeling about her situation?
Great. I feel bad.
Just bad, or are there specific things that you're feeling?
Let's summarize it as bad.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Uh,
Okay, I feel bad, I feel depressed, I feel there, but it's afterwards. I feel there, I feel not comfortable. My family there, my neighbors look at me. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I need to run with every time to look and see her. Always I need to look for there. I have a lot of feelings.
okay. So what you're describing is that uh, that part of what you're feeling is uh, helplessness, and that part of what you're feeling is shame or possibly guilt, and that part of what you're feeling may also be just overwhelm. Does that sound about right?
Right.
Okay. So so if we sum this up as a general feeling of 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 sadness based on feeling helpless and feeling ashamed, um, when you have to think about your daughter or deal with your daughter, can you see any other way of can you see any other way of dealing of looking at it or handling this? Do you see any other options?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm frustrated.
Oh, okay. All right. Um, uh, do you remember times in your life or occasions in your life where you didn't feel frustrated? That you felt confident and capable?
Maybe.
Okay. Um, um, well, let me see. Um,
Maybe. I remember when she born. It was we were so happy. And I remember we had a good time with her, and she was a baby, and we took her here. We traveled. We there. We had a lot of fun.
ah, okay. Um, um, uh, Um, well, from my standpoint, this how do I put it? Um, this means that in dealing with your daughter, um, uh, you could continue to deal with this as being frustrated, but there's was also times when you dealt with your daughter and there was no frustration whatever, that it didn't exist.
What do you mean? Well, I didn't
uh,
understand.
in other words, dealing with your daughter now, you're frustrated and you're ashamed,
Right.
but there were times in your life where you were not frustrated with your daughter and you weren't ashamed.
Right.
Those feelings didn't exist.
Right. I mean, I had the good feelings.
Right, right. Well, the way I look at it, then there's really two things that can possibly be going on when you're dealing with your daughter at this time. You could either come from a position of being frustrated with her or not being frustrated with her,
I see.
because you've been able to do both in the past.
Right. I see. So what do you suggest me to do?
Um, well, uh, um, I think it's very important, as a preliminary step, to come to some understanding that an emotion that we're feeling and an emotional that we don't feel, a time that we feel it and a time that we don't feel it, are coming from the same source. And that we need to do some sort of work on moving in a direction of connecting to what the source is, and understanding that being frustrated with your daughter or not being frustrated with your daughter are two sides of the same thing, because they come from the same place. And that's what we need to work on next.
Okay, let's keep working on it.
Yeah.
So here we are in the second appointment. Okay, so what do you suggest me? I didn't understand. You told me that something about last time. I didn't really understand you.
Oh, okay. Let me think a minute. Well, I mean, on a practical level, it seems to me that part of what we have to do is separate the different emotions. Because on one hand, you're expressing that you feel frustrated with your daughter, but there's also a sense that you're ashamed of the situation, which is a second emotion. The third emotion is that you feel a little you feel angry that your daughter did this to herself, and that you're upset with the fact that this is the effect this is having on the family. So there's at least three emotions here that need to be dealt with. The first step is to start with one and see if we can clear that out, so that we can clear the other two out. So if we started with the frustration, then my suggestion is to before you go see your daughter, spend time thinking about all the times that you were not frustrated with your daughter.
Yeah,
So that you're bringing up.
I'm thinking now. As I told you last time, I had good time with my daughter. I remember when she was a baby, we had a good time.
Okay. So, all right. So when you're thinking about going to see your daughter, or when you are going to see your daughter, you need to keep in mind that that there was a period, that period of time, not being frustrated with your daughter and being happy with your daughter.
Right. So what do you suggest me to think? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
You suggest me to go with the feeling with not frustrated?
Yeah,
to remember the time that I was not frustrated?
Right. So that you're coming from so when you come to deal with your daughter, you're
But
not.
I can't. I tried. Last time you told me I tried. I went and I said to myself, I'm going to be not frustrated, I'm going to be happy. And I went there and work on my brain and my mind, and I said, I'm happy, I'm not frustrated. We had a good time, like you teach me, and I work on it. But once I saw her, I couldn't. I feel so frustrated, so bad. I couldn't. It doesn't work.
Okay. Um, uh, hmm.
Rabbi, you spent my money.
Yeah, well, that's if you pay me on time. I don't know. I got to think about this.
So first, I want to tell you, you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what I'm telling you, it's not because, of course, it's not fair, because I know and aware about it years.
Mm.
Now, I'm telling you again, but okay. So first we saw that you have a great level. You start much advanced. Okay.
Yeah.
You advance. You have a lot. You took a formula and you almost there. So now what you need is to it need to be one of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that's what we are doing in the that's what I'm working with them on the in the study class. Yeah, it's a dynamic class. It's not there. I'm not trying to teach something, you know.
Yeah.
You need to hear the videos. It's the dynamic. People also having fun and enjoying and understand, you know. But the goal is to get to this, to have it, to have it. It's one part of you. And as I said to them, it's a game. Let's play a game. It's a game, which a game said, this is the rule of the game. Exist and not exist at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a game. Now, to be a good player, you need to understand the rules. It needs to be part of you seeking good.
Yeah.
So I feel you stuck here. Although you can be more clear after you can hear the video, you can be more clear and direct and correct and direct to get to the point. But you get to here. You almost first you analyze the situation. You get to the almost. You get to the bottom of the problem. Why almost? Because you looking for too many options of the other side. What's the difference if it's frustrated, no feel good, other option you give me, excited, don't feel comfortable. What's the difference between them? And I did say the words, don't feel bad. You're supposed to get to the point of because there is a level of all these words. It's a level. It starts from bad, and it go whatever terminology from bad. Whatever, I don't feel good, I don't feel this, I don't this, I don't feel this, I don't feel this. It doesn't matter. It's a level.
Yeah.
It's a level until you get, there are other words, it's a terminology until you get to the words to the other side, which is, I feel good. The other side of bad, I feel good. So in between them, there are many words, but you don't care much about it. As I said, if you see, there are people that want to talk, so let them talk, but because they want to feel like they did something, whatever. I don't even want to get to it. Doesn't matter. So you almost analyze the first step. Why you almost? Because what did you do good? And I'm trying to trick you, and you did good. Because when I trying to put the feeling on the daughter that she feel bad, she feel good, she doesn't feel good, she want to die, she want to kill herself, she wants, you know, all these bad things I put on the daughter, but you came and ask me, yes, but what do you feel?
Right.
But that's the right way, and you did it great.
Thank you.
But, and then, as I said that a second ago, you look for too many boards of option, and you say that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. In general, you can say you feel bad. She's going to say, or he's going to say yes.
Mm.
If they're going to insist about like before, no, I don't feel, I don't feel bad. I feel frustrated. That's what I feel. Okay, stay with frustrated. Doesn't matter. Let him to pick the words. Okay. Whatever. That's the point that we need to work on this here to make it better. The second, about the options, you have your own way to get to it, which it doesn't matter what exactly the way that, but the results. So you trying to show you showed me that if there is other option, what was in the past, if I felt in the past something good with the daughter and not always was frustrated, and then I say yes, we had a good time. We have a good time when she was a baby, and okay, so you understand there are other option, right? But you're supposed to give it to the client to understand there are other options, and so on. And then you represent two plus and minus, two options, but you didn't connect with them. You choose the plus. For example, you suggest me to go and to work on myself. That's to have the feelings like I had when she was a baby, when we was not frustrated.
Right.
But you're supposed to get to the point that if there are two options, you agree about the two options, so it means there is something above them, which is one, which is actually the same things. So if they are the same things, it means they are not exist.
No, I understand that intellectually, and I understand that on a gut level. What
you cannot express that.
What is getting it across to the other person.
Right. Okay.
That's the problem.
So what do you mean exhaust to the other person?
Well, what you're describing is a concept that and it's a very sophisticated one. That something that the something and the not something are the same thing that exists at the same time, and are one. That's a very sophisticated concept, and I'm missing the bridge as to how to get the client to come to that understanding themselves.
Exactly. If you understand that, so you explain to them exactly as you understand that, because what you have, you need to transfer.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Like I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You must let him to understand as you understand.
Okay.
All you need is to be 100%, understand that, accept it, believe in it, and feel it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you by yourself going to be, I don't know.
Yeah.
So as I said, it's unfair because I know this You know, I know about this years, and I practice it years. So it's unfair now to, in 1 hour, to come to talk to you about this and let you do that. That's what I'm saying. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
So now I want to give you a homework.
All right. Okay.
You have two things to do as a homework. One, it's a mental things, and the other, it's a physical, it's acting things.
Uh-oh.
In the physical things, you need, let's assume before you go to sleep or when you do you do meditation sometimes?
Often.
Often?
Yep.
Great, so it's going to be easy for you. I want you to concentrate about that you are going above the spherot to the light, to the Ein Sof, and you ask yourself what is above the Ein Sof. Until you get to the point that you ask yourself, what is that? And then you need to come with the answer. What is that?
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is what it's called to break the wall mentally. Because mentally we cannot express it. So something needs to happen in your brain first to have to be able at all to understand and accept it. So only if you're going to feel it in your brain and understand that, you're going to open tools, what is called the vessels, so the light can get in. The information, the new things.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It makes sense. What did I say until now? What did you understand?
Well, did you that you want me to you want me to do a meditation on the Ein Sof to get not to get an answer, but to get a strong sense or a strong inner understanding of the Ein Sof, and how, well, I guess how the light breaks through.
No. No, I want you to go above the light. Not how the light gets through.
So then it's a meditation on the Ein Sof itself.
No, above.
Above the Ein Sof. Okay.
And then you need to ask yourself, when you go above the light, the Ein Sof, you need to ask yourself, so what is that? Okay?
All right.
And come to report to the board. What did you discover? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one. The second homework, it's practical, it's practical. I would like you, during, your life, during your day, be aware to things are exist and not exist at the same time. For example, you go to the street, you go to work, I don't know, you see a car, trying to imagine it exists and not exist. Okay?
Yep.
You go, you feel someone tell you good morning, or I don't know, make you angry, make you make you feel something, whatever. Trying to think that it exists and not exist. So whatever about reality, always go and think about exist and not exist.
Okay.
And then also come and report to the board.
Okay.
So if you have more questions, I'm here for you to develop it together. By the way, I'm saying once you do it, because it is what it is, by the way, I'm saying I don't know what is it, because we don't know what is it. It is what it is.
Right.
It's to go to this world. What happened when you are applying this rule? It happened what happened. We will see. You're going to discover by yourself.
Okay.
So it's a game that we don't. So of course, by the way, that's what I told you. All the sferot or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's for, as we said, it's for stupid. If someone you know your client or someone you talk to you need to understand that you need to give him some psukim from the Torah or from the day. So what you can do, and sometimes it's fun for you. Okay, it's it's fun, you know.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter, because you talk in the end to the brain of the person. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You talk to the brain. All it's about the brain. So we understand that our goal is to take this formula, which this is the above of the above the light. This is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Which the key, the formula is exist and not exist at the same time. That's the light.
Mm-hmm.
That's the top light. And now we want to bring it down to earth, to the Shekhinah.
Yes.
That's how the way to do it. Like Rabbi Akiva said, for example, he said, love your friend as you love your friend as you love yourself. That's meaning that he brings the light down.
Mm-hmm.
From the Keter, he brings it down. Okay?
All right.
So that's what we are doing. Now we are taking the light that we know, and we bring it down. But I want more to hear from you. If there is something you have a question, or you didn't understand, or something you want to but maybe more important, that's something you want to oppose, you don't agree, it doesn't make sense, something not sitting right, or something you didn't understand, or something. Because there is a lot of work, but until now.
Yeah. No, I understand it clearly. It takes me it's an adjustment for me, because this is a different way of looking at things than I do. But that's fine.
Right. But you did understand.
Yes.
But what do you think about it? Do you think it's a bullshit? It's stupid? You feel like there is something about it?
No, I think this is very interesting, and that this system or formula, as you put it, is, I can see it being very, how do I put it, very powerful, and very potentially healing and um, because of its sort of, it's very complex on one hand, but it's very simple on another hand. And I think that I can see that the usages for this kind of approach in making the connection directly to God or to God's light. Yeah, it's I can see I understand the possibility clearly.
So do you think we can see you on the class on Monday?
What time is the class on Monday?
We put it on 9, at 9. I think your time it's what, 7, 6?
6. Yeah, it'll be 6. Okay, I should be able to do it. So,
Okay.
do you send a specific link every time we do this?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
All you need to click, but you need to go now to the to Facebook, and there is the event. So just click join, so you have a seat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know how much are we. I think I just published it in the morning, but I think we are 6, and I think we have only. We can with this program. Let me stop for a second. So first, thank you, Rabbi.